When the credits rolled on the first season of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, viewers might have thought their biggest cliffhanger was the fate of the tire shop or Mandy's secret ambition at the news station. But CBS and the show's creators had a surprise up their sleeve. Enter Christopher Gorham. The actor will join the cast in the final 2 episodes of Season 1 as a character named Scott, who is Mandy's new boss, and more intriguingly, an ex from her past. A new spark to complicate the marriage. From what has been revealed, Scott is more than a friendly boss offering Mandy a promotion. He carries emotional baggage. He and Mandy once worked together years ago in San Antonio, and the chemistry between them seems unresolved. As Georgie and Mandy's first marriage builds dramatic tension, Scott's arrival threatens to stir the dormant embers of their connection and test the trust in Mandy's marriage to Georgie. In the Season 1 finale's first act, episode Guilt Boots, Mandy receives a job offer from Scott to make her fill-in weather reporter status permanent. But as she considers it, the boundaries between professional respect and personal history begin to blur. Scott even pauses to ask, "How would you feel about making it permanent?" A layered question, given their romantic past. Later in the finale's second part, Big Decisions, Georgie learns who Mandy's boss really is, and the tension escalates. Mandy's silence about this revelation, letting Georgie find out later, becomes a dramatic fulcrum, feeding into both marital trust and identity struggles. Why Gorham makes sense, and why it's risky. Casting Christopher Gorham is a bold and fitting choice. He's a veteran of television dramas and character-driven series, known for roles in Covert Affairs, Ugly Betty, and The Lincoln Lawyer, among others. His presence brings gravitas to a sitcom setting, a signal that Scott is not just a throwaway character, but one with real emotional stakes. However, there's a wrinkle. Gorham already has commitments on another CBS show, which could complicate scheduling. Showrunner Steve Holland has expressed hope that the production teams can coordinate so Gorham can fulfill both obligations, given that Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is single camera and may not require him every day. The foreign shooting or remote shoots may pose logistic hurdles. Recasting Scott is not a favored option. The team clearly wants to keep Gorham aboard if feasible. As Holland put it, "We love Chris. Our hope is that we can work it out with their production team. We're pretty confident we can work it out." What this means for Georgie, Mandy, and the show's tone. From a narrative standpoint, Scott's arrival is a perfect pivot. In a show already juggling marriage, parenthood, finances, and in-law dynamics, introducing a romantic-fold past is a classic pressure point. It tests characters under strain and reveals hidden facets. For Mandy, the conflict is internal and external. She's chasing her dreams in journalism and weather reporting, trying to prove her worth while weighing loyalty to her marriage and family. The promotion from Scott is career validation, but it comes wrapped in emotional jeopardy. For Georgie, it's a challenge to his insecurities. When Mandy had delayed telling him about her boss, Georgie confronted the possibility of betrayal. "You're picking him over me," he says in one turning moment. That those very words can cut deeper when she really is working with an ex. The audience knows that crack will test foundations. Beyond the couple, Scott's arc ripples outward. How will Mandy's family, Mother Audrey, Father Jim, react? How will Georgie's plans for the tire shop and finances play into relationships when trust fractures? The show's Texas 90s backdrop gives texture. Small-town values, community gossip, generational expectations. Scott's arrival could upset social balance in Medford. Tonally, Georgie and Mandy has leaned into warmth, humor, and relatable tension. Scott doesn't have to be a villain. His presence can heighten emotional stakes without breaking the tone. In fact, the tension of "Am I enough?" is often more compelling than outright conflict. A glimpse into the future. With the series renewed for Season 2, premiering October 16, 2025, Scott's role may linger beyond the end of Season 1. Will he become a recurring presence, a mentor boss, an uneasy confidant, or a latent temptation? Showrunners appear intent on keeping Gorham involved if possible. In early teaser materials, friction in the tire shop, family tensions, and career dynamics are foretold as central conflicts in Season 2. Scott could play a key role in those narratives, especially in Mandy's workplace journey, in how she asserts her voice and how Georgie adapts or resists new power balances. We might also see flashbacks or deeper exploration. How did Mandy and Scott's relationship end in San Antonio? What did Georgie think then? Was he aware? These backstory threads could enrich characters' motivations. Will Mandy and Georgie's marital arc survive under Scott's shadow? The show already grapples with the well-known fact, from the Big Bang Theory lore, that Georgie and Mandy ultimately divorce. That knowledge doesn't spoil the journey, it intensifies it. If Scott catalyzes cracks, those cracks become dramatic inevitabilities rather than surprises. Imagining a scene, when Scott first walks in. Picture this, it's late afternoon at the Medford news station. Mandy is finishing her forecast, standard cues, upbeat smiles, blue skis all day. She steps off camera, and there he is. Scott, his posture calm, his eyes measuring. He pauses. "Nice job today," he says softly, not condescending but observant. The light shifts. Mandy thanks him. Then he leans in. "Would you like to make this permanent?" Mandy's breath catches. In that moment, the past and present converge. She hears the thrill of opportunity, the echo of old connection, and the ache of secrecy. The camera holds on her face, hope, guilt, ambition, fear. Cut to Georgie, unaware, closing up the tire shop, his night stretching ahead. He doesn't yet sense the storm brewing. That tension, the collision of love, ambition, loyalty, and fear, is the space Scott is being written into.